Hello all you beautiful people, it's your girl Asia, the MUA, back with another edition of Adventures in Freelancing. I told you guys I was coming with a look. This is my first Valentine's Day look on a client. This is my beautiful client Destiny. Like, I will tell you guys about her later, but like, just get into this slay, okay? Of course, I have already hit her with some Lightful softening lotion spray. I'm just smoothing it out with this brush. Now what I'm gonna do is sanitize my brow tool. Watch how I do this. I just sprayed the entire brow pencil with some 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just wiping it off with a little Kleenex. Simple. Now I have a fresh pencil for her face. And of course you guys have seen this pencil on my channel before. This is the Kiss New York Top Brow Fine Precision Brow Pencil in Brunette. I used this in my last client video. I will leave a card for that above. I know it's a bunch of new A-listers out there. Hey y'all! So I'm just doing my normal brow routine on a client, starting at the bottom, lining at the top, filling in the middle, and just blending it all out. I clean at the bottom with concealer and at the top with the foundation, and voila. So I'm starting with Creme from the Douce palette by Juvia's Place with my favorite BH Cosmetics 101 brush. I think I start like every single look with this brush. It is like my favorite. So I'm just taking that color and buffing it into her crease nice and lightly. I wanted to set up a nice soft pink transition for this look. Like, do y'all see how white her teeth are though? Like, so Destiny does teeth whitening here in Las Vegas. Like, if you guys are in Las Vegas and you are interested in brightening your smile, I will leave all her information linked below. This girl is amazing. I cannot wait for my appointment. So I dusted that same brush off and dropped it down deeper into the crease a little bit. This might be Custard from the Douce palette, but I'm not 100% sure. It's all a blur. It was a lot of colors, y'all. I don't know. Well, whatever color this is, I'm just taking this brush and blending it into the crease even more. I love circular motions for diffusing and blending colors into the crease, so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm really trying to work on my symmetry and my balance. So a lot of the time when I was blending on her other eye, I was standing right in front of her. I wasn't trying to like cut y'all out of the action. I'm just trying to improve on my symmetry, really, because it's something that I kind of struggle with. Okay, I literally do not think I have ever seen anybody's teeth whiter than this. So here I switched brushes. I grabbed the Coastal Scents Pro Fluff Blending Brush and Zobo from the Masqurade palette. And I'm just like herping out this crease and just really just trying to melt all these colors together. That was the goal. So here I'm going back in with that BH Cosmetics 101 brush. No additional product on it. I might have even dusted it off just to keep the blend clean. That's kind of how I try to like keep everything from getting muddy, because using all these colors, using all these brushes, it can get really muddy really quick. So just be careful. So here I could have grabbed a different brush or a new brush, but I wanted to keep the same vibe because I'm laying Rory from the Masqurade palette right on top of that Zobo and just trying to kind of extend the blend that I have in the crease onto the lid because I didn't really know where I was going, but it turned into a hot pink smoky eye, and I'm obsessed with how it came out, so just keep watching. Those small circular motions get the job done. Notice where and how I'm holding the brush, and of course I'm going back in and switching back and forth in between the two brushes that I'm using for this step. Okay, so after I have everything blended to my satisfaction, I'm just going in and kind of pressing Rory onto the lid with that brush. I really wanted to get as much pigment as possible because I'm laying a lot of glitter on top of this eyeshadow. Okay, so that Wet n Wild Megaliner liquid liner situation, that's become one of my favorite liquid liners, and I'm just using that to line her eye. I'm not creating a wing, I'm just lining her eye pretty generously, but still no wing action though. Alright, so I was feeling a little extra. I'm going in with the Ruby Kisses. This is just a silver glitter liner. Ruby Kisses has really nice glitter liners. I wish they would extend the shade range on these because they are really bomb, and they're like $3. Okay, so when you're doing really intricate eyeshadow and eyeliner looks, make sure your client is very patient and willing to sit with their eyes closed very still, very calmly for a very long time, because that is imperative to execution. So for most of the time that I was applying the glitter, I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't. But I caught a little bit of the glitter footage. This is Casa Blanca by Lash'd by Dollface, MAC Cosmetics Pink Hearts, and MAC Cosmetics Fuchsia Holograph, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave all this stuff in the description box below. But I love how this chunky, messy glitter came out on this hot pink smoky eye. So I'm kind of new to chunkier glitter. I usually use e.l.f. Cosmetics glitter primer for all my glitter, but I feel like the hearts weren't adhering as tightly as I wanted them to. So what do you guys use for your chunkier glitter application? Leave me a comment below and let me know, because I feel like I struggle with this. So I'm going in with some Skin Base. Of course, I'm about to use some Studio Fix Fluid, and Skin Base is my favorite primer to use with Studio Fix Fluid. I'm just blending this across her skin. So sis was a little dewy around the T-zone, so I went in with a little Skin Refine Zone by MAC Cosmetics, like I'm pulling out the big guns. Get into these eyes though. So I'm going in with some Studio Fix Fluid by MAC Cosmetics, of course. This is the shade NC35, and I know it looks a little weird on camera, but y'all trust me, right? Just keep watching, I'm telling you. Yes, baby, hitting that foundation with a little Fix Plus before I blend it out with my Real Techniques Instapop face brush. This is currently my favorite foundation brush. If you don't have one, sis, go get you about 3. This brush just takes so much guesswork and labor out of blending foundations, and for like around $10, you can't beat it with a bat. I'm telling you, get you some. I'm just going back in and kind of perfecting things that I was seeing up close with the blending. Some stuff doesn't show up on camera, so I'm just going in to make sure everything is perfect up close. So Destiny has very large eyes, so you got to make sure you prep this eye so that the concealer doesn't crease. I'm using a Little Fast Response Eye Cream by MAC Cosmetics, one of my favorite products ever. Next, I'm going in with my favorite concealer, Prolongwear, in the shade NC35. I just felt like this shade would match her and highlight her the best. And of course, I'm going in with my foundation Cradle for the concealer and just blending everything out. This is the Instapop blush brush. I like to use this for concealer and stuff just because it's a little bit smaller. It fits into that under eye area a little bit better than the larger one does. So like I said earlier, when your client has very large eyes, you have to make sure you blend and set that under eye area very, very well. And prep is also of the utmost importance. Don't skip that either. So here I'm using Black Opal Liquid Foundation. I think this is the color Nutmeg. I'm just using this on this Real Technique sculpting brush to kind of lay down her dimension. And then I'm gonna blend it out with another Real Techniques brush. Alright sis, so we want this looking like bone structure, not dark landing strips on our clients' faces. We want this softly blended and natural. This is dimension. It doesn't have to be sculpting. I don't know. And just always, always remember, blending is key. So now I'm going in and kind of setting that foundation that I use for her contour with some powder. This is MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. And I'm using an e.l.f. angled contour brush, I think it's called. But it was like $3 and it's super soft and it's super nice. Okay, so leave me a cherry emoji in the comments if you've seen this on my channel before and you know what it is. So cute. I always have my clients smile a little bit when I'm applying blush to their cheeks, and I just want blush like on the apple of the cheek, and then I blend it back into the bronzer that I laid down for the contour. That's the best way to lay down blush for me so that it looks natural and pretty. This blush was hella pigmented and hella pink, so I had to do a little bit of extra blending to get it to look how I wanted it to look. So I'm going in to kind of warm up her jawline, and here I'm using Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder in Golden Almond Bronze, I think the name of this is. I'll leave it below in the description box, don't worry. So I had started lining her lips, as you can see, and then I was like, wait, I want to do highlighter because I knew I wanted to make that Cupid's bow pop off her face. Okay, so I'm just going in with this Kat Von D highlighter. This is the Alchemy palette. I don't care, I love this palette. Kat Von D kids don't go to school with my kids, so I don't know. I'm also going over this with a little Show Gold from MAC Cosmetics because it just wasn't like golden enough for her skin, but Show Gold just took it exactly where I needed it to be for it to just pop and glow beautifully on her skin tone. This is a Ruby Kisses lip liner. I cannot remember the name of the shade, but these are so bomb. And I went ahead and paired it with this Urban Decay lipstick. I can't remember the name of this shade either, but like I said, everything will be below in the description box, so just check that out for all the details. I love how this lip came out. So So I'm taking that same pink shade from the Kat Von D Alchemy highlighter palette and just hitting those inner corners. Oh, yes. So one way that I found to keep the makeup from looking cakey and powdery is to drench the face with setting spray. Right here I'm using e.l.f.'s makeup missing set to finish her makeup off, and then I'm gonna fan it down to dry it, but drench the face with the setting spray and let it dry down. That's how the makeup kind of melts into the skin. So this is the finished look, guys. Please let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification. Y'all know I had to hit y'all with that cell phone footage. This look came out so gorgeous, and I'm so excited about this collaboration with her. I'll leave all her information below. Like, thank you guys so much for all your support. Until next time, stay beautiful.